What's going on, everybody? Even though I'm starting to feel a little bit under the weather, it's still a regular day outside and it feels like maybe we should get to work on the RTR. So what do you say we go out there and start tackling the exhaust?
So we're going to start off by taking off the cats here at the base of the header and then moving back to where it connects down there with the H pipe. And then we'll go over to the other side here, and then these here on the driver's side connect a little bit differently with this clamp. We'll loosen that and then take that pipe off there to the H pipe. On the driver's side, if you can see this here, the cat is actually part of the header itself, whereas on the passenger side it's not. It's a little bit easier to get the headers off of the driver's side than it is the passenger side. I would assume it's got a lot to do with the starter and just how close it is over here to the sidewall. This would be my first time taking them off of an S550, but we're gonna go ahead and see how easy it is. Oh, hey, I still got a socket up in there. So over here, it's a 15mm socket, and it's kind of stuck on there. And I do have a breaker bar around here, but I also have a bunch of this old roll cage bar around here, so that should work just as good as anything else to give me a little bit of leverage on here to break this free, hopefully. Okay, so I ended up having to use a breaker bar, and she's working now, but I have a very strong feeling that the nut is going to be stuck inside my socket. Always got to be careful that you don't get your nut stuck inside the hole. Alright, this thing is on here good. I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead for y'all. If we're going from the top here past the headers, you can kind of see maybe somewhere. I need better lighting out here in this garage because this LED light is screwing it up for y'all. I don't know how to fix that. But straight down there is the nut that we need. So I can reach it from the top. I just need to get my extension and get in there and pull this thing out. Alright, so I can just barely get my extension up in through here while it's on. So I'm gonna have to go to my bigger ratchet, and then hopefully I can get a pipe on the end because my breaker bar is slightly smaller than this. It's not a 1/2 inch, it's like a 1/4. So gonna have to use the 1/2 inch ratchet and see if we can get this thing off of here and not break anything. That's my biggest thing when I work on anything, is try not to break it, because I've broken so much shit. So when I connect everything up and get it lined up, as you can see, the end of the extension is stuck behind this line. So I'm going to try and remove this AC line, which really doesn't go on anything now anyway, since I just connect everything. See if I can get that out of the way. That way I'm not knocking into it and damage it. So I got both the nuts off there. So it looks like next we just need to disconnect from back there where it meets up with the H pipe, and then this should come out. Of course, we got to disconnect the O2 sensor, and then that should pop right out. Wow, I wonder where that dent came from. Yeah, it's 15. That'll work. Should probably get the impact, but I'm feeling extra lazy. Okay, that's coming off incredibly easy. I thought I put those on with the impact, but maybe I didn't. Because I almost feel like I could have hand turned that thing off. Jesus. Alright, so let's see if we can get this off this way without... I might have to take the whole thing down. Yeah. Looks like I gotta take more of it off. Cramp. Well, let's see what we can do about this one right here for the driver's side then. It must be because this car is only, what, 4 years old now. All these bolts are so easy to come off. And I wonder if I get this off and then loosen that up there, I'll be able to at least get that section off, which will hopefully give me a little bit more slack to get that set off. Only one way to find out, I guess. Okay, so just loosening this side here gave us quite a bit of slack. Now, in the line, maybe we can get this thing off. Okay, there's that. All right, there we go. The cat is out to the H pipe, and then we'll get this side out. As I said before, we're gonna be taking the whole thing out though, because the we're probably gonna keep the H pipe. I do kind of like the H pipe, even though the X pipe gives it more of a rasp. I do kind of like the sound of this. But we will be changing out the exhaust. It'll still be RTR, but we need to do the quad tip, do the fact that we're moving to the 18 to 20. All right, so let's see. Let's see if we can get this out. And then we might have to move to the rest of the exhaust. We'll see. I kind of want to wait until we turn that on its side though, so I can get the drive shaft and everything all from here, but we'll see how far we get right now. Okay, so after a little bit of violent shaking, I was able to get the H pipe free. You see it? Yep, I was able to get that free from the cat here. So we're dropped down on the ground all the way back to the axle back. If I wiggle on this, I'm sure I can attach all that shit. See here. Oh, come on, before it attach. Okay, there we go. So there's our H pipe off the car and gone. So now we're good all the way back until, why is this not focusing? Okay, so it appears that all my camera batteries are dead, so we're going off the iPhone again. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna disconnect these mounts right here and drop it. And then once we get it out, we'll disconnect the mufflers from these pipes. Like I said, I gotta convert over to the quad tip since we're going with the 18 to 20 body style. So these RTR exhausts will be coming off. But right now it's just easier. Disconnect it right there, drop it down, and then the exhaust will be free and clear except for the headers. Most likely just gonna hit me in the gut. Oh, yep, there we go. Alright, that is free. Guess we can yank these out of here and put them off to the side now. Okay, so I want to get the headers off, but I also don't want to remove the motor mounts just yet. So I ordered some of the ratcheting wrenches. I was gonna go just to Walmart or AutoZone to get them, but they were expensive, and I got like a fairly nice set with good ratings on Amazon for like 50 bucks. So I'll wait till those get in. So I decided to go ahead and pull out the starter to make it a little bit easier to get to. Some of these bolts here, some of these head studs on the headers. And just so you know, that top bolt up there, the one that's in focus, that's kind of a bitch to get to because it sits on top of the starter and you have very limited movement between that and where you start clanking against the headers. I took a little mini ratchet and put it on there and got it loose enough that I could hand turn it off of there with my socket. So now we're gonna see if we can get to some of these header bolts that are still in here a little bit easier now with that gone. Okay, so my new wrenches, my ratcheting wrenches showed up today from Amazon. Oh my gosh, this is so much easier. It's like butter. We can get in there and get these nuts that I couldn't get to before. Oh my gosh, it's so great. I love this. Why didn't I do this sooner? Okay, I was able to get the last couple bolts out. So now the headers on the passenger side are free. I got the O2 sensor disconnected, so these puppies are ready to come out. I will say this, I was very lucky to be able to get all these studs out. If I did not have the whole front end of this car apart, there's no way I would have been able to do it without removing this motor mount. So if you're trying to change out your headers on your own and you're thinking you can do it without removing that, sorry ladies and gents, you're out of luck. Okay, so over here on the driver's side, most places say to take a paint marker and draw a line here so you remember where your steering column is located. I figure since I don't have one and I'm kind of cheap, that a Sharpie is going to work just as good. So we'll see. So I went ahead and I grabbed my Torx bits. If you'll notice, there is one missing. Guess which one it is that I need? Son of a bitch. So we did get this spot out, this piece out. Doesn't seem to be moving though. So don't know if I have, there's multiples that I have to release. Is it a, I don't know. Okay, so we got both ends of it off now. So let's see if this thing pops off at all. Even a little bit. Okay, so I got it off. So all I had to do was grab onto the upper part of the steering shaft and push up, which freed it from the lower half, and then the whole thing just kind of dropped off. As you can kind of see up in here, moving the steering column allowed me to get up here to this last stud here at the back of the motor. We still got one more in the way of the motor mount, and I'm hoping that we can get past it without removing it, especially since I disconnected the trans mount, and all that's really holding this thing in place are the motor mounts right now. So we want to try not to do that. All right, so I decided to call it a night. Been messing around with the exhaust all day. There's still one stud or one nut left there for the header that I cannot get off on the driver's side, and I think that really to get that one, you truly have to get that motor mount off. So we'll try and do that when we go to pull the engine, because we're already going to have everything locked up then. But until next time, when we will be taking out the drive shaft and working on the transmission, we shall see you later. Right, Gallardo? He's not very talkative. Peace.